Hey, All right, so we're meeting today to talk a little bit about a lot of different things, like maybe how you're feeling about school and maybe how you're feeling at home or anything really that you want to talk about. If you have a concern or things you want to share that you're happy about, that's fine too, okay? So when we meet, I talked to you a little bit earlier on the way here, and I was saying that I was hoping we'd get a chance to meet like once a week. So when we meet, anything we say as we meet will be kept confidential. Do you know what that means if it's confidential? That means like anything you say to me stays with me. Like I don't share it with anybody. I won't tell your mom what you said. I don't tell your teacher what you said. Our conversations are just for you and just for me, and they're just between us. Okay? The only time that I would have to tell somebody anything you said is if you ever talked about wanting to hurt yourself or hurt somebody else. Okay? And I know. I just want to say that. So anything you say, it stays between us. Okay? So on the way here, you were saying that you had a very good day and that you had earned 2 dojo points today. Tell me about that.
Um, well, Miss Watson always comes and she checks our homework and our homework folders, and we get a JoJo point for if we completed our homework, we would get a +1, and if we don't do our homework, we get a -1. If you um five or more points, you're on purple. 3 or 4 points, you're on blue. 0 points to 2 points, you're on green, and then 1 to 2 points, you're on yellow, and then down on.
Very good. So you have 2 points today, and you're on blue.
No, I'm going green.
You're on green. Tell me again, what did you do to get to blue?
You have to get 3 dojo points.
Very good.
Or 4.
Very good. And does she tie that into Cubs Cash, or does she not use Cubs Cash?
Well, we haven't been getting Cubs Cash lately. The last time we got Cubs Cash was
today. I'm going to turn the volume up on this to make sure while it's recording we can hear. Maybe it is. Okay, so the last time you got Cubs Cash was
today.
Okay, good. Do you like the dojo points? Because I know that's different than what we did last year. You do?
It's a little bit harder to get more dojo points than it is to clip up.
Right. And you have to do a few more things to earn it, you think?
The things for minus, off task, not following directions, playing in bathroom, playing in cafeteria, and I'm trying to think of another one. Did I already say not following directions?
Yes.
Disrespect.
Disrespect. That would be a big one, right? Yeah. So how are you liking second grade?
Good.
Is it good? So what are some of your favorite parts about second
grade? We get to we review things and we get to do read to someone and read to Sal.
So kind of similar to what you did in first grade for daily 5? Yeah. Are there any other parts to your day that are your favorite for second grade? Anything different that you do that you really like?
It's not that much different. I've always liked math and reading and writing.
You do. You kind of like all of it, don't you? So what would you say is your least favorite part of second grade?
Having the first week of school when we had the spelling, because it was responsible and community.
So it's really big words. And I know Mom had mentioned to me when you had that first test, you were kind of surprised because it seemed like it was so hard, that first one. How did that make you feel?
Kind of I can't think of it worried that I would get a 0.
So it was kind of stressful to you.
And we had a number, and this is really funny. Sophia, and when she wrote number, she messed up and she wrote at the very beginning of number.
She did. So how did that test turn out when you took that first test?
It turned out a 40.
A 40.
But my second one, I got a 90.
So you did better. What do you think you did differently when you made the 90?
Well, I got better at it, and it got easier words.
You thought the words were easier. Did you feel like you studied any differently, or did you kind of do it the same?
I felt my brain
a little bit of a starting point on some things we can talk about. So I'm going to let you read through that. There's 6 on the front and there's 6 on the back. And some of them I've kind of changed the words to be more fitting for what we're talking about here at school. So if you will circle, thumbs up if it makes you feel really good, and then thumbs down if it makes you feel really bad.
What about these two?
What do you think those would be?
Probably like confused.
Maybe confused, or maybe it's I feel really good, I feel kinda good, I feel kinda sad or bad, and I feel really sad or bad.
Like I don't like it.
Right, like I don't like it at all. So just circle the one that you think you feel for whatever.
Do you want me to read it out loud?
It's up to you. You can read it out loud or you can read it quiet.
Which face shows how you feel about recess? Absolutely. Which face? Do you want me to like read which face or just how you feel about it?
However you would like to read it. It's fine.
How you feel about your teacher? Most of them are gonna be this.
Well, that's fine.
Which face shows you how you feel about coming to school? Don't have to wake up. Which face shows how you feel about specials? Which face shows how your teacher feels about you? That's kind of a tough one.
I would do like, what do you think? Like, how do you think she feels about you?
Sometimes she like teases me, like playing teases me. What would that be like? Which one would that probably be?
You put whatever you think. There's really no right or wrong answer, right? It's just kind of a little springboard to talk about.
Which face shows how other kids feel about you? Some are friends and some are not. So, would they like kinda?
Okay. Okay.
Which face shows how you feel about doing the work in class? Well, like all of the work or like just one subject?
I would say overall. In general, overall.
I mean, I don't like love it, and I don't like hate it, but okay.
Okay, so that's probably a good choice for that one.
Which face shows how you feel about the rules in your class? We haven't really gone over any rules, but I do know one.
What?
Don't yell out.
Don't yell out.
I have a kid in my class named Evan, and he talks out.
He talks out a lot. Do you guys have like your rules posted somewhere in the room?
No,
And you didn't go over any of the rules yet?
Okay.
You can skip that one if you want.
Okay. Which face shows how friendly the boys and girls are in your class? Well, we had a new student named Conversy, and he's kind of like a bully to us in the classroom. Like one out of all the kids in our class are like that, and that's really good.
That is really good. So which face do you think would sum that up? If you were just thinking about overall of the kids in your class. How do you feel? What does it say? Show how friendly the boys and girls in your class are. Overall, how friendly do you think they are?
Which face shows you how you feel about homework? Well, it actually kind of goes by really fast when you have someone that does it with you. So, again, which face shows how you feel about making friends? Which face shows how you feel about tests?
Okay.
Do not like tests.
That's fine.
So,
that's fine. Okay.
This one.
And that one you just skipped. And that's fine too. We can skip that one. Okay, so if we look at this and talk about some of these things, which one do you think you would want to talk about first? What do you think is the most important? Or maybe are any of these things bothering you that you want to talk about or giving you making you uncomfortable?
No.
Let's look at the only one you circled. You're pretty happy with everything, it looks like. You had a couple of so-sos, and that's okay. And the only thing that you really were not happy about would be what?
The test.
The test. Why do you think you dislike tests so much? And that's not uncommon, is it? A lot of people don't like tests.
Because like we have one every single week.
You do every week.
Like in first grade, we used to do it like just like once every few months.
Mhm. Now it's every week. And how does that make you feel?
Well, I don't know.
It's okay. It's kind of stressful. It is. Why do you think it's stressful? What are you worried about is going to happen when you take that test?
Like I get a low grade.
Mm-hmm. And what do you think would happen if you get a low grade? Why would that be? I mean, I know you want to get a good grade, but what would happen if you got a bad grade?
I mean, nothing bad happened to me on that 40. And
Right. Was mom upset? What did she say?
She said, all that matters is that you tried your best.
That's exactly right. And how did you feel when mom said that?
I felt better.
But did you still feel kind of not happy? Can you tell me more about that? Why do you think you worry so much about getting that good grade?
Because well, now that it's all passed, I don't feel that stressful, but because we had these hard words. And we only had 5 words, and I got all the 10 right. So like if I miss like say 2 words, I wouldn't get 2 words of like responsible, community.
Okay. So what I hear you saying is that when you take a test, you worry a lot that you're not going to make a good grade, and that it causes you a lot of stress. Is there anything you do to help relieve that stress? Do you know of anything that makes you feel better when you're feeling stressed? Do you feel stressed when you're in other situations other than tests? No, it's mostly just like tests.
Like when there's higher order thinking, I just have to like think a little harder. And once it was like I gotta get this right, and we only had like 1 minute left.
And so that made you feel like you were under a lot of pressure. And are there other times that you feel like that? Maybe even outside of school, not even school related. Do you feel sometimes like you're under a lot of pressure or a lot of stress in other ways? No? Okay.
Not really.
Well, good. That's good. Well, one of the things I hope that we get to do when we're working together is I hope we're going to come up with some ways to relieve some of the stress that you feel with school and some of that anxiety. And I'm going to look at setting some goals for learning some different coping skills and strategies that will help relieve some of that stress. Okay? Do you think that would be a good thing?
I think I might get 100 and 200s in a row.
You think so?
My third one I got 100. And then we had like expanded and standard. I would have got a 90 if I didn't remember standard. I kind of remember it now. Do you want me to spell it out?
Sure.
STAND. No, that's expanded.
Start again.
STARD.
You're very close.
AND.
Do you want me to tell you? Here, I'll write it right here so you can see it. Standard. STANDARD. I think you're just getting it confused with the other word and getting them mixed together.
Yeah, like I have expanded stuff in my head. Standard, when we had not the pre-test on Thursday night, our moms and dads call out the words and we have to spell them the best we can. And standard, I forgot, I messed up and I put an E instead of the A.
You did. Now, when did you have that word on the test? Was that this week or that was
this week?
That was this week, so you took that test today? Yeah. Okay, very good. So why don't you
I think like I spelled it right.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm like, yes, I think I got this. Like once I like get once I finish standard, I think and I put an A instead of an E, and I said, and that was the only word I was having trouble with, and I was like, yes, I think I got this. And then I wrote like the five other words.
Good. And what happens if you get your test back and you don't do as well as you thought you were going to? How does that make you feel? What do you do when that happens? It probably varies, but give me an example of something you might do, or say if you get your paper back and you didn't do as good as you thought you were going to.
Well, sometimes like I knew I wasn't gonna get a high grade at my first one test. I thought I was at least gonna get like a 60. Turned out I got a 40, and I felt kind of like disappointed in myself.
You were disappointed in yourself because what did you think you should have been able to do?
I thought I was able to spell those words, and number I forgot one of the M's, and I was like looking around in the room because there's a word number.
Right. And you couldn't find any of them to help you.
No, I found two.
You did?
And then I was in such a rush because she was like, number, please count to number 5. And then like she said number. It's like 1.5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying to find that for like 1 minute. And when I found it, she said 30 seconds left. And I was like, N U M B E R. And I forgot the M.
Forgot the M because you were in a hurry. So you said when you got that back and you didn't do as well as you thought you did, you were very disappointed in yourself. What does that feel like if you're disappointed? Like what does that mean?
I'm trying to think. Like if
Does it mean like it makes you feel like sad, or it makes you feel bad about yourself?
Bad.
What makes you feel bad?
Like sad.
Mm-hmm. And what do you say to yourself when that happens?
I'm not gonna get a good grade next time. And luckily I did.
You did get a 90.
50% more than my first one.
Because you're very smart. Well, if you're calculating how much you got and what the difference was, that's pretty smart already. Mm-hmm.
And then I just got 10% better. 100. I would kind of be really excited if I get 200s in a row.
I bet you would. I would too.
Because this week we had like expanded and standard.
Which are big hard words, aren't they? Yes.
And this was one of the words.
Yes.
And expanded was one of them.
Okay. Well, when I was talking to Mom, and she was saying to me that, you were having some difficulty in the beginning and that it was stressful.
Yeah, because it was the first week of school.
It was the first week of school, and you probably didn't really even know what to expect. But she was saying, she was a little worried about you because you had got so upset over that one grade, and like you were really down on yourself because you were having a hard time that you had made a bad grade.
I told her to throw it away.
You told her to throw it away? Well, no, she wouldn't throw that away.
Because my daddy wasn't home and she wanted to show him.
Yeah. How did you feel about her showing Dad? Did you want her to not show him?
And what I did, I didn't take a bath that night because I took one that morning. And so I like hid under my covers.
You did? Why? What were you feeling?
I was feeling like scared that they would do something bad to me since I got 40.
Like you would be in big trouble? Mm-hmm. Have you been? Of course not. Have you been in big trouble before?
Yes.
Of course. Everybody gets in big trouble sometimes. But when you get in big trouble at home, is it usually because you've made a bad grade or because you've made a bad choice about something you've done?
A choice. I'll let you know. I'll tell you what one of them was.
Okay.
We were walking down. We were just taking a walk, and we went down a road that was like this, and then there was a ditch like at the end. My mommy let me push Carter because he was in his little push car, and I pushed it, and like I was itching it, and I wasn't paying attention, and I let go of Carter, and he went into the ditch.
He did. Oh no.
The front of the car went like.
Did it throw him out of his little
No, he landed. It was like tilted, like kind of like this.
It was.
And I was like, Tyler, Tyler.
But that was an accident too, right? Yes. But there again, that you did. What kind of trouble did you get in?
I didn't get a spanking. I just had to go straight in the bath and go straight to bed.
Mm-hmm.
And Mama wouldn't let me push Carter for I think like a month.
Mm-hmm.
Because Bubby, she said that Bubby could. That's the nickname, Bubby. Said that he could be in like really really hurt.
Right. So she felt like, it sounds like you think she felt like you weren't being safe and being careful when you were pushing him. What did you feel like you were doing?
Well, I knew that it was like this, but it wasn't like straight down like this. It was like flat for a few seconds and then it was kind of down and up.
Mm-hmm.
And Bubby went right in the ditch.
Much faster than you were expecting, huh?
I didn't. My elbow was on it, but it didn't like hold on to it really good. And I ran beside him trying. I ran like I was like, "Come on, I'm coming!" And I missed.
So it sounds like you were surprised when he kind of got away from you rolling down that hill.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like
Did it scare you? Yes, I would think so.
More scared my mom than it did me.
Yeah, moms get scared like that when those things happen. Yeah. So it sounds to me like you're doing great in second grade. You're just worried about a few things as far as testing, maybe testing anxiety and being a little nervous about that. But as we meet for the next few weeks, I want us to talk about some ways you can cope with that stress and some things you can do to feel more calm about taking a test, or even things that you can do to make you feel better if you don't make a good grade. Because do you think it's very probable that you will go through the rest of your school career and never make a bad grade?
I don't know. It depends on if we have hard work or not.
And do you think you might have some more hard work between now and high school?
High school? You mean like third grade from this year?
Well, I mean just overall, for all your school career. Do you think you'll have some hard things to do in school?
Very hard
Yes.
in high school.
Yes. And what if you make a bad grade?
Well, my mom's never. Well, as long as I try my best and I don't get in trouble.
That's right.
That's what my mom said.
That's exactly right. And I think mom is right. But I think it sounds to me like you get more upset with yourself when you don't make a good grade than mom gets upset with you. I think you're harder on yourself maybe than your mom's hard on you, right? So we want to look at ways that you can practice not being so hard on yourself, that you can do a good job, and that you can be okay if you end up making a good grade, or you can be okay if you end up making a bad grade, and that you can just try again the next time and do better the next time. But we don't want to get so upset that it causes a lot of emotional buildup in us, okay? So we're going to look at some ways we can maybe manage some stress and do some fun things to help us feel better when we get stressed out or putting so much pressure on ourselves. That's a lot of pressure to put on yourself to be so little.
I was expecting the first week of school to be like the top two ones like put and get. And I was expecting like the whole list to be like regular words like boat and like maybe one or two hard words.
That was
The five that I had were kind of hard, but number wasn't that hard. Or citizen. Citizen was kind of hard.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you were able to meet with me today, and I hope to meet you again next week. And between now and next week, I want you to think about things that you want to, if there's anything that comes up between now and next week that you want to talk about, or you want to share happy thoughts, good thoughts, whatever is happening, whether it's at school or at home. And this will be just like our time to have a conversation and talk about things that are bothering us or happy things with Bubby that you might want to share. Those are always fun, good things.
Well, I do have one sad thing.
What?
My dog, Julio, he's a wiener dog.
A dachshund? Yes.
He couldn't walk on this leg because something was bothering him. He was like dragging his leg. So Wednesday when I had dance for 2 hours. and she took Julio to the vet, and they said that they think one of the sponges that like keeps the two bones apart like moved over.
So what did they do for him? Were they able to give him some medicine? They did.
Julio won't eat the medicine, so Mom has to wrap it up in cheese.
Oh, I bet he likes that.
He loves cheese.
Well, I hope he's going to be okay. You'll have to let me know how that's going.
The first day that I realized that his leg was hurting, I started to cry because he's my only dog. So besides my really hyper boxer.
And have you had him a long time?
Since I got the tubes in my ear, and he learned that whole way home.
Oh. So you were probably very little when you first got him.
I was like one. Now Julio's 5, 5 or 6, 5, 6 or 7.
He's probably 7 and you're 8, right?
No, I'm still 7.
You're still 7? When you're going to be 8?
December,
very soon. I knew it.
Remember that day I brought brownies?
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Yes, I do remember it.
Because I don't like cupcakes so much.
I know it. Brownies are good too, though. Okay, well, when we meet next week, tell me how Julio's doing. What's his name?
Julio.
Tell me how Julio's doing, okay?
It's funny. I told Miss Bravo last year that my dog's name was Julio, and that's the Spanish word for July.
Uh-huh. What'd she say?
She said, "Oh, that's fun."
That is a little bit funny.
And then I think his birthday as Julio. July.
Yes. All right. Well, we are done meeting for today. And then when we meet next week, I'm going to bring some activities for us to do on ways that we can try to work on some stress reduction to make us feel a little less stressed with some of the things